Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, Cowboy Nation and angry Cowboy fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Angry Cowboys fan, and you are tuning in to a live recording of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, the place where y'all can find my raw and uncut in podcast form. So if you're DC for life and want to help this channel grow even more, hit that like button and please consider subscribing to the channel. This evening, we got a few things we need to discuss, Cowboys Nation. A few things that have been looming out there in Dallas Cowboy landscape. But before we do that, y'all know how I start these lives out. Y'all know how I get down. I got to see who is rocking with your boy in the chat. And right now, we got one person rocking. So whoever's rocking, whoever is watching the live, please let your boy know. Let your boy know for real. Because we're going to wait and see if we can get a few more people in here. Then, we will go with, what I got for you for tonight. What's going on, Keith, man? How you doing? What's going on with you, man? It's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. DP, what's happening with you? What is going on with you? It's been super crazy around here. It seems like when I took a week off. I put some videos out there, but I took a little week off, making sure my wife was okay, battling the flu and everything. And it seemed like it hit my family like a wildfire. Like everybody got it. But me, I didn't get it. But I had to make sure everybody was okay and was chilling. So that's why I was gone. And the thing is when you're gone for like a week, boy, I tell you, YouTube, they forget about you, boy. They they forget about you something crazy, man. The past few videos that I put out got small numbers, compared to what the channel is used to doing. And I'm like, man, if I'm not putting stuff out, you know, on a daily basis, the algorithm is going to forget about me. And I've heard what people say, the algorithm is just substitute the word algorithm with people, you know. So we're almost up at 7K subscribers, but we're only getting like 200 views on the videos. But that's neither here nor there. I'm still going to put my raw and uncut out, if y'all know what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and get to the chat real quick and see who we got up in here. Hey, the Monster Villain. What's going on with you? I'm glad that I got people that's in here rocking with me. It might be the wrong time going live, actually. I might have to look at YouTube and see who's live at the current moment, because if I'm live, parallel with people, I ain't trying to. Oh, I'm live when Mark Holmes is live. Oh, man. I'm live when Mark Holmes is live. So, guys, y'all let me know. Y'all want to rock with what I got, or y'all want to go over Mark Holmes and check him out? Because I hate going live when another Cowboy content creator is going live. But, yeah, so far it's just Mark Holmes, and I ain't saying it's just, but that's the only Cowboy content creator that's going live. But we'll go ahead and then continue with what I got for you guys. We got 7 people up here, 9 people right now, but we'll go ahead and hit you with what I got for you. And that, first off, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. Why is it every single time a star athlete for the Dallas Cowboys is set to get paid, we start to see stories that could paint these players in a negative light? Even though this spring camp is voluntary, it doesn't stop reporters from reporting that CD Lamb would be missing out. I could see if he was missing out on training camp and everything like that, but it's voluntary camp. These guys get together all the time. They get together all the time during the offseason and throw the ball, catch the ball, and go through drills with each other. Like, why is this such a big deal? I just don't get it. And I feel it's just to put a negative tone on the top three. And somebody said that this is the new triplets. I believe it was Sugar Daddy. Shout out Sugar Daddy. He was saying that this is the new triplets of the Cowboys. You got Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, and Dak Prescott. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And when I was going through X, I happened to see a video on CeeDee Lamb. And that video, what's going on, Mojo? What's going on with you, Mojo Jojo? But this video was of CeeDee Lamb. TMZ caught up with him, and they asked him pretty much his future with the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this overlay off the screen, because if I don't, you won't be able to see the full thing. So bam, let's get rid of that overlay. Yeah. And now we're gonna go ahead and watch this video. Hopefully it'll play. Let's see.
Going? How you keeping yourself busy?
Relaxing, man. Chilling. Working out, of course. Laying by the pool. Chilling.
What are you looking forward to most next season?
Winning again. Looking forward to winning. Being out there with my guys and making another run at this thing.
Are we going to see you in Dallas for sure next season?
Come on, pretty Quinn. Let's go. Let's go. How you doing, dog? Good seeing you, man.
Yes, sir. Always a pleasure. I remember seeing you 2019.
Oh, yeah.
That?
Absolutely. Intro into this little thing.
I appreciate it.
You're doing well for yourself. I think we're going to the airport together.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Will you be in Dallas?
Yeah, I'll be in Dallas.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all see his face when he said that? It's like, yeah, I'll be in Dallas. Like, where else am I gonna be? And the thing is that people are asking these questions because the 4 and 3 letter networks, the papers, the tabloids and reporters, they're putting up this other narrative like, shoot, after this year or maybe this year or whatever, we're not going to see the same team. We're not going to see the big guys. And that's a damn shame. But real quick, let me see. But, some content creators and reporters, they don't want Cowboys Nation to jump to conclusions, but they're quick to put negative stories out about these players that are in our living rooms during the regular season and the playoffs, these players, these teams that we love so much. And, they won't give us any positive news, for real. And that brings me into my next question. Like, what does Cowboys Nation have to look forward to this upcoming season? And the thing is that they don't give us anything to look forward to. We're sitting here hoping, wishing that we get an acquisition during free agency, but that didn't happen. We're sitting here hoping and wishing that they would extend these players. I mean, I know we got some people out there that don't want to extend Dak, whatever, and there's people that don't want to extend Micah Parsons either. But I just wish that they would get this stuff done, because it's irritating us. It's not giving us any promise for the future. It's not giving us any promise for this season that is coming up. So we're sitting here twiddling our thumbs like, man. And I got other Cowboys fans that are like, yo, Angry, why should I continue to be a Dallas Cowboy fan? They're not doing this. They're not doing that. And they're talking about the performance of the team, the performance of the quarterback or the running back or lack thereof. And it's like, we can't and say, bring us players, and they bring us players. No, that's not up to anybody, that any of the 53-man roster. That's not up to them. It's not even up to the coach, and that's a damn shame. But it's up to Jerry. And when you hear stories and posts and tweets about Jerry Dak Prescott has to do more with less, then that doesn't give us any hope for the future. And frankly, it pisses me off. To keep it a buck, it pisses me off. Yeah, and Keith Davis says it right. It's like same old Cowboy drama. That's exactly what it is. Same old Cowboy drama. But let's see. Oh, I'm getting to a little bit of your comments real quick before I get into my true spiel. But DP says, I'm going to hop out early tonight because my son just turned 18 today. Got to show him some love. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Here we go.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday from the Angry Cowboys fan family. Happy birthday. Enjoy your 18th. You are an adult now, but don't go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Remember, you're 18. Happy birthday. Enjoy even more. Even more. That comes from the Angry Cowboys fan. So I appreciate you, DP, for dropping in, giving me a little bit of time between your baby's 18th birthday. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, I got one that just turned 20. Whew, it's going crazy. Eugh. But anyhow, let's see. Keith said most of the people are in the drama with the eclipse. Yeah, you know my dumb ass. I was outside like that. Boy, I was outside looking at the eclipse. Yes, I did have my glasses and everything. And I'm like, what's the big deal? I mean, I heard it was like a total eclipse only happens once 100 years. So this is going to be the only time that we'll be able to see it. But I'm like, I'm looking out my window. I'm like, oh, it's almost time. I see it getting darker and darker and darker. And then I go outside, put my glasses on, put a pair of glasses on my camera lens on my phone, and take a little snapshot. And that was it. Came back in here and started working on what I was gonna do tonight, as well as the video. If y'all got a chance to see the video that I just put out, it's pretty good. It's my raw and uncut. And the thing is that I was considering this podcast just being straight raw and uncut. You know what I'm saying? Like I was gonna do a section that wasn't raw and uncut, but I'm like, nah. So anything that is a rant from me, like anything that I'm gonna rant about, I'm gonna put it on the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast. So make sure you tune into it. Make sure that you got that on your notifications. But let's see what Mojo got to say. What's up, Angry? There's no wrong time to go live, bro. Thanks for this. We should draft a left tackle and or a center. Yeah, I'm down with the offensive line getting some attention. I'm down with it just for the simple fact that we lost two of, you could say, well, we lost one huge anchor in Tyron Smith, and Tyler Biotish, I believe he could be interchangeable. Brock Hoffman, I will bring it back to this game, the Arizona Cardinals game, which we lost, but TJ Bass and Brock Hoffman was in that game. And they were doing the damn thing. They were holding up their end of the bargain. So I'm like, shoot, do we have a center in-house already in Brock Hoffman? Let's give this man a try, but also let's get somebody to back him up. And you're right about the left tackle. We damn sure need a left tackle. We just re-signed Chuma Doga, but that ain't really nothing to speak about. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we definitely need a left tackle. And if y'all want to, y'all let me know in the comment section. All of us together, it's going to be crazy, but we could do the first ever Angry Cowboys fan mock draft. Y'all let me know. Shoot. Jared, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? He says it's bullshit, bro. The media is trying to tear us apart. See, that's my thing. That's what I was saying in the video that I just put out. I'm saying, like, okay, you got Sean from 105.3 The Fan, and I am not a fan of 105.3 The Fan. I think y'all do some pretty good work. Y'all do dope work. I pay attention. I listen. I'm subscribed to your YouTube channel and everything, so it ain't nothing bad. But Sean was like, there's 4 people in the building that would breathe a sigh of relief if Micah Parsons was gone, if he wasn't in the building. I'm thinking like this, like, did that just pop up? Did you just go over to the star and was like, hey, how's that guy Micah Parsons treating you? How y'all like Micah Parsons? That wasn't the topic of conversation. I said it before. It's case building. You know what I'm saying? They're case building. All the stuff that they saw negative about Micah Parsons, Now it's coming to light in the contract negotiations. And he ain't even a free agent until the 2026 offseason. And it's happening already. So you're right. You're right, Jared. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's like the media is trying to spin this narrative. And, I respect Mike Fisher. I respect the hell out of Mike Fisher. But he kind of gets mad when we have this theory or this notion that the media is painting these narratives that 105.3 The Fan is not an arm of the Dallas Cowboys. Because my thing is this, like, how y'all getting Jerry Jones in there weekly during the regular season and just having these interviews? I mean, he ain't calling into any other radio station the way he does yours. So it's like you can't say what you want to say and not get Jerry Jones to say, all right, oops, I was about to swear, but not get Jerry Jones to say, F y'all, man, I'm out of here. And yeah, I ain't going on y'all station again. So yeah, with those credentials, there comes a sacrifice. And I believe that's the thing with YouTube content creators, with Cowboy content creators on this platform and other platforms. They don't have to answer to nobody. They ain't got to answer to Jerry Jones or the Star. Then come on here. We can come on here and say whatever the hell we want to, but we try to keep it classy, especially over here, that classy Cowboy conversation. But let's see. What's going on, Revelation journalists? What's happening with you? Players must understand that they are the spectacle of the NFL, and the spectators and the owners are just that, spectators. Whew. To make a long story short, these NFL players need to realize that they are the reason we watch the football games. They are the reasons why we cheer for these teams. It ain't the owners. We ain't, woo, go Jerry Jones. I ain't never said that in my 30 plus years of watching football. And you're right. It is. It is definitely the players, and they need to get that respect. Like, y'all need to, the front office needs to show these players respect. They go out there every single week and put their bodies on the line, put their mental on the line. Man, that's why I get pissed when people are talking about, oh, this player needs to take just this, or this player needs to take that. It's like, yo, how can you tell these people to take discounts and whatnot? We weren't telling Dak Prescott. Well, I guess we were telling Dak Prescott. People were. But when this man was sitting out on that field with his foot in his hand trying to put it back in, like, at that point, I'm like, I will never tell a player to take a hometown discount or anything like that. At any point in time, their career could be over because of, a career-threatening injury. So, yes, get your money, get your bread. Forget that. And I got some people out there now. They're telling Micah Parsons, hey, Micah Parsons need to take a pay cut. I didn't really think that people would actually go that route. Like, I thought they were just saying Dak Prescott needs to take a pay cut. But nah, it's Micah too. And I've seen people say that with CeeDee Lamb too. It's kind of crazy, y'all. It's kind of crazy. But let's see what we got here. He says he's still rocking with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who is rocking with your boy, even though YouTube is trying to stick it to the boy. No diddy. Anyway, shoot. Let's see. Yeah, Keith, you're right. See, that's the thing. Like, I'm thankful CD isn't a diva like some of the stars we've had in the past. But peep this out. And everybody saw the crazy trade to the Houston Texans, and that's Stephon Diggs. And I know people were saying, like, the Cowboys, we should get Stephon Diggs. We should have got Stephon. Do you really want that in there? Do you really want that in your locker room? I mean, because let's look at Minnesota. And I'm not trying to throw any shade on Stephon or anything like that. I'm not trying to do that. But Minnesota went out of Minnesota. Buffalo went out of Buffalo. Now he's with the Texans. Hopefully he can make this a long-term home. because right now it's like if Stephon Diggs was to play 3 more years and then retire, what team would he retire as? Like who, like under what team would he retire as? Buffalo, Minnesota, or Houston? You know, and I'm a huge guy on loyalty. I don't know, maybe it's a lost thing, like with all the rule changes and stuff in the NFL. Maybe loyalty got flushed in the toilet too. But I'm a firm believer in like a lot of these guys get drafted and they get drafted to the team that they dreamt about as a child, as a teenager, getting in, getting into football and going down that road. They always had a thought of who they wanted to play with. And like in Dak Prescott's situation, he had always wanted to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. And now he is. So I'm real big on loyalty like that. And speaking of loyalty, if Stephon Diggs were to go in to the Cowboys locker room and then have an issue with said locker room or the front office, or he's not getting the ball or whatever, what stops him from tainting Trayvon? You know what I'm saying? Because even when he was in Buffalo, he was saying his thing, and Trey came to his defense like any brother would. I do it for mine. And it was like, yo, Josh Allen, remember who made you that dude, pretty much. I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, remember who made you that dude. It was my brother. But I don't know. Would you want that in? I don't know if I'd want that in the locker room. Oh, no. Revelation. Yeah, he said the Joneses are all about their buck breaking their star players. It's a Southern thing from way back in the day. If I'm thinking what buck breaking is, yeah, they like to assert their dominance. And like I said in one of my videos, it was like Jerry Jones, it's not my way or the highway with Jerry Jones. It's Jerry Jones is the highway, and you're going to do things my way. If not, then you can go chase the free agency market. It's sad. LT, what's going on? What's going on with you? What is going on with you? I wanted to come on here and holler at y'all and just see where everybody's mental's at, even though we've had a real screwy offseason so far. So I just wanted to check in with everybody and, give my little spiel too. Yeah, Keith, 18, old enough to know better, but too young to care. Yep, I hear that. See, that's what I thought. I had told my wife about this whole eclipse thing. I had told my wife, I'm like, I could have sworn that there was another eclipse, and it was like, and I don't mean to bring any politics in, but this is the only way that I can correlate the time. But I told her, I was like, I think we had an eclipse when Trump was president. I mean, if my memory serves me correctly, because I think he looked into it, but that's neither here nor there. But Monster, he says he wants to keep Tyler at guard, and that's one thing that I want to do. I want to be able, like our first 3 picks in the draft, they got to hit the ground running. You got to be able to come in to the team, hit the ground running, and make an impact, from first snap. So we need to get a left tackle. And I know people are talking about JPJ, the center and everything, but I'm like, Brock Hoffman is okay at center. I mean, he's not worse than Tyler Biadasz. You know what I'm saying? So do we have to worry about center more than left tackle? I think left tackle should be more of a priority. And I was looking at Pro Football Focus, looking at the lineup and everything, and you can get pretty good tackles later on in the draft, but I definitely want to look up, I want to look for a left tackle first thing smoking out of the draft. But like I said, man, if we can dive into it, if y'all want to dive into the mock draft, and I'll keep it a buck with you. After the 4th round, I'm just picking for position at that point, because all those other guys, I did not follow in college. But like rounds 1, 2, 3, who could potentially go there? I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of watching film and everything on those guys. So we can have a mock draft if y'all want to real quick. We can definitely do it. Hey, G-Dib, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? He said, finally caught you. Yeah, you got me. Welcome to the Angry Cowboys Fan Live Podcast. Yeah, we're doing it live. This is the episode for the week. I know I didn't drop one last week. Like I said, that flu was crazy. But let's see. Key says, both offense and defense need help. Yes, let's protect our quarterback and give him a break on first and third downs. Help the man, Jerry. And that's what I'm saying with a lot of these people that say, oh, Dak Prescott ain't it. He can't do it. Blah, 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 blah. Get the man a good running game. Get him a good run game. At that point, when we get to the playoffs and you don't think that Dak Prescott can handle the pressure, or you think that it takes him, a little bit of time to get going, have the run game open up the pass game. Instead of the pass game opening up the run game like we did last year, if we get some good running backs, the run game can open up the pass game, give Dak Prescott a lot of help. I think, and I know Tom Downing said that we might get a running back in the second round. I think we can wait till the third, especially with the guy that I want to get. We can wait till the third. But yeah, you're right. We need help on both offense and defense. Yeah, they got the goofiest front office. Yeah, man. Yeah, and I actually want to talk about something that was going to be later on in my spiel, but I'll bring it up now. I was watching the Cowboys report. Excuse me. I was watching the Cowboys report, and Tom Downing, he reported about the Athletic, writing that an unnamed NFL exec said what the Cowboys are doing is getting worse to get Dak for less. Tom Downing said it was a stupid idea. It is stupid. It is a dumb idea if the Cowboys front office is thinking this way. But it's an idea. That means somebody is thinking that way. And the funny thing is, I said the same thing during my raw and uncut video that I put out. I put that out, like I said, 11 days ago. This article came out on the 4th of April. So there's people thinking this way. Don't think that people wouldn't say, maybe if we put out an all right, good enough product, Dak won't do as good. And that way we'll be able to say, hey, see, that one year where you got all pro and all that was an outlier. You didn't do as well this year. So how about you take, like next year, how about you take 58 million instead of 65, 70, who knows? So it was like people are saying that was a dumb idea, and believe me, it is definitely a stupid idea, but it's an idea that doesn't cause for your team to visibly tank. You know what I'm saying? There's teams out there that's like, all right, we're going to tank so we can get the first round, we can get the first pick. And they do so. But the Cowboys, we've seen it. And I believe we're going to see it this season, is they're going to put a team out there. They're just going to put a team out there. And you got an all-pro quarterback. You got an all-pro receiver. Make it work. That was like on Friday, whenever Smokey's mom gave him the money and said that she needed cigarettes. He was like, wait a minute, that ain't enough. And she was like, make it enough. That's exactly what this like. We're going to get these regular old average Joes, and people are going to expect Dak Prescott to lift them up. They're going to expect CeeDee Lamb to take on the entire offense by himself again. And yes, we did have Brandon Cooks. And he was definitely a good resource, a good outlet for when CeeDee Lamb couldn't get going. We could have Brandon Cooks go. But for the most part, Everybody, every talking head, get CeeDee Lamb the ball. There was a hashtag going around, feed the lamb. I remember that. I was yelling it at the TV, feed the lamb. But there was also talking heads that was saying, listen, if CeeDee Lamb twisted an ankle and he was out for a game, who are the Dallas Cowboys going to? But you're right. The front office is super goofy. They're goofy in everything that they do. And I mean, I can understand holding back in free agency, picking someone here, picking someone there, and waiting on the outcome of the draft and people that are going to get, because we get a lot of undrafted free agents. I mean, Tony Romo was an undrafted free agent. So I kind of get not making a lot of moves during free agency, but damn, at least make something. And Eric Kendricks is not the thing that breaks the bank. That's not the thing we got him, so we going to the Super Bowl next year. Nah. But I do believe this draft, and I believe early in the draft, they're going to end up drafting a wide receiver. Whether in the first, second, or third round, they will. I don't say the first. Let me not say the first. The second or third round, they're going to draft a wide receiver. And if it were me, I'd go in this draft looking to trade back. I'd go in this draft looking to trade back. And I think we are going to try our hand at a mock draft. So I can show y'all better than I can tell y'all. All right, let's see. AVE 1500D. I think the media didn't have our name in their mouth enough, so someone from the media team put this bullshit out there. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is not a coincidence. He didn't go 105.3 The Fan, did not go over to the Star and ask about Micah Parsons. This has been building up. And my thing is, why didn't you say something when we demolished Washington? It wasn't out then. Why didn't you say something right when we lost to Green Bay? It wasn't said then. I mean, I watched this video and this guy, I can't remember the content creator's name, but this guy lit in to Micah Parsons. Oh my goodness. He lit into him something serious. He was saying, like, you don't give up on plays. He was pulling plays out, showing where Micah Parsons would give up on the play. If he got double teamed, he wouldn't try, because you get double teamed, you pretty much get taken out of the play. But you can try, damn it. But I don't per se think that the media just made up this thing. Like, it may be like, okay, Jesse Holly said this, we're going to run with it, but we're going to say that 4 or 5 people said it, even though he started it out with, oh man, a gang of people, a whole bunch of people told me that they'd breathe a sigh of relief with Micah Parsons gone. And it was 4 people. It was 4 people, dude. Come on, man. But they need to stop the bullshit narratives for real. For real. John in the building. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Good to see you. Good to see all y'all up in here. It says, I am both a Cowboys fan and a Knicks fan. I'm sorry, bro. But so I understand long-term frustration. That being said, my Knicks are making some noise. Yeah, they're making some noise this year. But so maybe Dallas will too. And here's where I get laughed off the chat. But I tell you, back when Jordan was playing, and I hate to bring Jordan into this conversation, but back when he was playing, I loved watching the Bulls versus the Knicks. I loved watching those games because all of them were competitive, but the Bulls and the Knicks were like the Bulls and the Pistons, but to a lesser degree. You ain't leaving with your mouth bleeding and everything, but you're getting great defense. Who was it? Charles Oakley, Patrick Ewing, John Stark. I can't remember the other two, but their faces are right in my mind. But yeah, The Knicks are making noise this year, and honestly, I mean, I'd like to see them do something. I'd like to see New York do something. But you ain't gonna get laughed off the chat. Nah, you ain't gonna get laughed off the chat. I mean, shoot. I've had people comment and they Cleveland Brown fans. Like, get your trophy. uh Anthony, what's going on? Says I wouldn't use Diggs the receiver. I wouldn't have him here. I wouldn't have him here. He's a dope receiver, but he would jock for position here. He's in a good spot, I believe, in Houston because he can be that legit number one. Yeah. But let's see. G dead. Well, I agree. Get your money, but when three players make a ton of the cap, I imagine it gets tricky spreading it out everywhere else. They deserve their money. I'm not saying that at all. Okay. Yeah, it does get tricky. It does get tricky. And I've also seen, the question and scenarios of, well, shoot, if we got rid of Micah Parsons, we could get a boatload back from him. If we got rid of CD Lamb, we could get a lot of picks from him. Why pay one player $30 million a year when you could pay six players $35 million? I believe Mike Fisher said that example. I want to give him his credit. But and then you start to think, it's like, damn, they may be right. But at the same time, your production is going to suffer something great. You get rid of a CD Lamb to get a Noah Brown. You know what I'm saying? And here we are again, barely doing anything. That's if we had a good run game, then it really wouldn't matter too much, But seeing that we ain't got no run game, they want to get rid of our wide receiver too. They don't want to pay our wide receiver either. Come on now, man. Something got to give. Yo, John, I appreciate you. I appreciate you with the $2 super chat. Donating to the cause. Truly appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with me. Appreciate it. Super chat says, and just dropping a deuce, but in a polite way. I appreciate that deuce. Well, see, I was gonna say I appreciate that deuce. I don't know if I'd ever say that again, but I can say that for our running back too. I appreciate the deuce. I'm gonna have to make some kind of catchphrase up with Deuce, like Deuce Vaughn, and put it on a shirt and rock it during one of these episodes. Yeah, we're gonna start making merch around here, but it's kind of tricky, because you can't use the star. If you use the star, they all own you, and I ain't trying to get sued. But once again, thank you for the $2 super chat. All right, B Bird in the house. What's going on, B Bird? Says, yes, I would take Stephon in the locker room. What's the alternative? Right? Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, I can understand. But you definitely, I don't even know his what the trade was. Let me see. What was Stephon Diggs traded for? Okay, the Bills will receive a 2025 second round pick from Minnesota, while they'll also send a 2024 sixth rounder and a 2025 fifth round pick to Houston along with Diggs. Huh. Okay, the Bills will receive 2025, while they'll also send a sixth round this year and a fifth round next year. Yeah. Damn, I thought Diggs would be worth a little more than that. Wow, but listen, we ain't even got a fourth round pick, so we ain't trying to give no fifth rounds up and stuff like that. We need our fifth rounds. Shoot, we need as many rounds as we can get. G Dead says they deserve every cent they get, but I'm sure it gets tricky spreading it around under the cap. We have great pieces. I hope they work all this out. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have the pillars of the team. You have the pillars of the offense, which would be Zach Martin. Um, let's see, Zach Martin, Tyler Smith, Dak Prescott, um, C.D. Lamb, and I would go on and say Brandon Cooks. Those are your pillars of the offense. Get pieces around those pillars to make it strong. The pillars on the defense, D Law. I'll say Osa Odighizuwa. Um, Trayvon Diggs, Deron Bland, and get pieces around that to solidify it. Get the pieces around it to solidify it, and we would be good. But the Joneses. The Joneses. See, speaking of the Joneses, Slick James got it right. We're held hostage by Jerry's ego. I am sad as a Cowboys fan. And that's a shame, man. And they ain't giving us nothing to be happy about. That is the thing. Like, don't worry, Cowboys Nation. We got something brewing. We got something cooking. They ain't even give us none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Ryan, what's going on? What's going on with you? Says, hi, the Angry Cowboys fan. How are you and your family doing? Truly appreciate you asking about the fam. We are doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. My wife got over the flu. I'm about to do a whole exposition on you real quick on the family. My wife just got over the flu, but she's gonna have to go in the hospital for a bile duct surgery. She has to have like a bile duct surgery every other year. So she's gonna be going in for that. My brother, who y'all guys have been praying for, he's gonna have to lose the rest of his toes. So continue your prayers for that if you guys have been, praying for your boy and his family. But yeah, we're taking it one day at a time. The grandma's over here saying, like, I'm ready to go home to the Lord. And it's like, oh man, when it rains, it pours. But I'm thankful that I got the ACF family to pretty much lean on and come on here and let y'all know what the business is. And everybody in here got heart, so I truly appreciate you asking about the fam. So yeah, taking it one step at a time, man. One step at a time. All right. Kevin Howard in the building says, what's good? What's good with you? What is good with you? Carlito Cash in the house. Yeah. Carlito Cash in the house. What's going on with you? Yo, if I can do it from here, I don't know if I can. Nope. Of course I can't. So I'm gonna have to do it at a later date. Let me see if I can do it real quick. You'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, we got Nisi in the building. I ain't even see Nisi was in the house. What's going on, Nisi? Boom. Let's see. Yep. Nope. All right, here we go. Bow. You get that, Carlito? You get that? Boom. I'm doing something that we ain't done here in a minute. Where am I do that? All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with your kid. Boom. All right, we're gonna add a few more. I just gave a few people the wrench. I gave a few people the wrench because I know people were talking about needing some moderators in here. So Carlito, you have been selected as a moderator. All right. And anybody, let me know if you want to be a moderator on this channel. We'll see what's going on, see how many moderators I got, and try to make it so. All right, let's see. G Diz says, yeah, it seems like they are trying to piss the players off so they won't play good and then get them cheaper. See, Tom Downey said it was a dumb idea, but people are thinking this way. And if people can think this way, don't you think the Jones family and everybody can think this way? Like, don't put stuff out of the realm of possibility, because if you were following the Cowboys back in the 90s, we didn't think the realm of possibility would be Jerry moving on from Jimmy Johnson, but he did. That was a stupid move to us, but he did it anyway. So why put this past Jerry Jones? Right now, I don't put shit past Jerry Jones. For real, for real. Yeah, where did I see that? Boom, Slick. Slick said Cowboys will trade down and get a tight end. They better not get a tight end in the first round. They better not get a tight end, to the 6th round, honestly. Like, Ferg is doing the damn thing. Like, Ferg is he's really maturing. He's really coming of, And also, we've already drafted a tight end in Luke Schoonmaker. Like, you're gonna have to show us your worth, homie. And right now, your worth has been, we got to pay for your surgery now. So it's like, man, you're gonna have to do something. Oh, yep. Took the words right out of my mouth. Cowboys don't need a darn tight end. Ferg is the problem. Yes, he is. Yes. Yes, he is. John says, I don't necessarily think that trading down is all bad if we could acquire another decent pick in addition. Yeah, it just depends on the deal, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I know I've been saying, we're going to do, y'all ain't answer my question neither. Jeff, what's going on with you, Jeff? What's going on with you? Y'all ain't answer my question if y'all wanted to do the mock draft real quick. Miss Jonathan Hankins. I mean, I know he was, he's up there in age and all that stuff, but Jonathan Hankins was that dude, man. He was. All right, let's see. Media didn't make it up. They blew it up. See, they might not have made that whole story up. No, they might not have made it up. There might have been one or two people in the building that don't like his attitude or don't like his arrogance or his confidence or something like that. They mistaken his confidence for cockiness. There may be a couple people like that. You're not going to please everybody that you run into. And that's the people that you talk to. Talk to his coaches. Talk to the players. How's Micah Parsons? Don't talk to the accountant. Don't talk to the janitor that's cleaning the toilet. Man, that Micah Parsons, I swear to God, he comes here every time, stinks up the bathroom and pisses on the toilet. Like, oh man, they didn't make it up, but damn, if you're gonna bring it up, who's your sources, dude? Who'd you talk to? Put them on blast. If it's an executive, remain nameless, but let us know. Don't just say, yeah, for these 4 people. Like, man, please. Anyway, hey, Monstar's a Nick fan too. Jeff thinks that the O-line and the run stop is the first priority. O-line and the run stop is the first priority. All right, yeah. I can see. I'm good with O-line or defensive interior for the first pick. And keep it real with you, because if all the picks for the O-line or that we wanted is off the board, I would go for defensive interior. Oh, for real. DP is more mad about Hankins than any other move this offseason, besides lack of extensions for 4 and 88. Yeah, Hankins pissed me off too, because like you let a good player go to the Seattle Seahawks. Like, did you even try? Did you counter offer? Like, we know all the other stuff that you're doing this offseason, but we don't know if you counter offered. We know that You didn't even call Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry's like, man, that would have been a match made in heaven. That would have been off the chain if Cowboys called me. You didn't even call. You ain't got to call. Ugh, pisses me off. Y'all getting into y'all favorite Knicks games. Let's see. How about buying a championship a la Rams? But Jones gonna Jones. Yeah, I mean, we could buy the championship, as far as like we're all in, we're putting our money where our mouth is, and all in meaning that we are going to spend every penny we can get. Let's go ahead and sign these guys to their extensions, because people act like, and I know these, the 4 and 3 letter networks and these specialists, they say people say that the salary cap is fake. Blah, 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 blah. It's not fake. The salary cap isn't fake, but it can be manipulated. And it can be manipulated into the Cowboys' favor, but it's like they don't want to do that. Like, what the hell, Jones? Like you said, Jones is gonna Jones. Oh, Hankins was more concerned with being a podcaster. I'm tired of players that want to be social media moguls instead of being good players. See, the thing is that, especially with Micah Parsons, I think that you put the cart before the horse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put the cart before the horse. You could be a wonderful podcaster, announcer, analyst after you play, or after you get some years under your belt, after you get a Super Bowl. Like, then do your podcast and stuff. But right now, I think you're right, Carlito. It's more of a distraction than it is a help, because your mind somewhere else. You're out there making friends on this podcast with other teammates, and then coming on the field and acting like you guys are those same friends. No, you're not. During that 60 minutes on that field, you guys are bitter enemies. You are bitter enemies. Oh, DP got a request. He says, please, Cowboys Nation, stop buying into the excuse that cap is tricky. See? He on it too. Dang, I didn't even know you put that. My bad. It says that the excuse that the cap is tricky. That's what you hire people to handle it for. Got to stop calling out the mom and pop ways, or they will never adjust. And that's the thing, man. Like, we were winning championships when the NFL was pretty much adjusted to the Cowboy way, and Jerry Jones had that thing locked. Now shit has changed. The league has changed, and we're not changing with it. It's kind of like Toys R Us. That's why they went out of business. What is it? Something bad. I can't remember what it is. It's a female store, but they went out of business too. Bath Body and Beyond, something like that. Yeah, they're going out of business too because they can't change with the times. The Cowboys need to change with the times. Keith said, we make the stars, then Jerry makes them fall. Dang. Oh my goodness, man. That's sad. That's sad. I don't think Parsons has, what poisons has Parsons spread? I don't think he's spread any poison. He hasn't done that, but he has prioritized that podcast to where it was becoming like people were talking about it like, yo, are you spending more time prepping and getting ready for an analyst spot, or do you want to play football? I mean, I'm a cigarette smoker, if you guys didn't know. And when I was in high school, I started, and I did the dumbest thing in the world one time. I was smoking, and my coach was like, it's either that cigarette or that helmet. I looked at the cigarette, and I looked at the helmet, and I dropped the helmet. One of the dumbest decisions I had ever made in my young life. One. of the dumbest decisions. And that's the thing with Micah Parsons. It's like, yo, so the podcast right now, are you playing? Which one are you going to pick? And I don't mind him having a podcast. I don't mind him having a podcast. But what I do mind is the film that I saw and the film where he would just give up on the play before the whistle would blow. That's the issue I have. I had been coached from Pee Wee, Pop Warner, middle school, high school, semi-pro. I was taught to not stop until that whistle blows. And that's one minor thing. And it ain't even minor for real, but that's one thing that I have against Micah. Other than that, that man's a dog. Be a dog before the whistle blows to start the play until after the whistle blows to end the play. For real. But I don't think he's spread any type of poison. If anything, he was super nice to everybody in the league, giving everybody props and kind of taking the Cowboys and himself out of the equation. So he does good for his podcast. He's a very good podcaster. But we need you to be a very good, if not great, football player. Nisi. What's going on, Nisi? Yo, question. Can I give you that wrench? I gave it to you. Okay. I'm ahead of the curve. All right. All right. Let's see. Uh-oh. All right, guys. Let's be nice in the chat. Let's be nice in the chat. All right. Yeah, John. Yeah, John, you're absolutely right. Diabetes is no joke. For real. I look at my brother's situation and I'm like, damn, I wish I could take that from you. I wish I was the one that got cursed with that at birth and not you. Because honestly, I got the willpower to not eat chocolate. He loves his Reese's. Oh, man. Let me see, DP. What you saying? What you saying over here? Says Hankins was let go because guys who become Pro Bowlers were drafted behind him, and DTs usually bounce around at the end of their career. And we were a yard better per play with him, though. Gotta mean something. Yeah. I liked Hankins. For real. I like Jonathan Hankins. He was a nice down to earth type of dude. Cause yes, I watched his stuff on YouTube. I watched his podcast and stuff on YouTube, and that was just him talking to his teammates. You know, he wasn't going out talking to Stephen A, bringing Skip Bayless and all these people on. Nah, he was just talking to his normal people whom he rock with. And I didn't have a problem with that. It also brought us into his life, and it made me like, dang, Hank is a good dude, you know? And I guess we have to separate good dude from we have younger guys on the roster that needs to show their worth. And right now you're in the way of that. We might need you to go. Yeah, Nisa, you're absolutely correct. Ferg is a dog, and he ain't afraid to get in somebody's face. He ain't gonna back down. Like everybody talked about that time CD Lamb got pushed. That wouldn't have been Ferg. Ferg would have got right in his face. Okay, Monstar said it and said he ready for it. You ready for it? Well, we gonna try. We just hit the hour mark of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, so we gonna try it out. We're going to try out the mock draft, y'all. Like I said, after the fourth round, I'm just picking for position. I don't know all those players, but I do know who we want or who I would want the Cowboys to get in the first, second, and third round. So let me see if I can get this set up. I got to take off my overlay because y'all won't see it. Bye, y'all. All right. All right, let's see. I got it set up already. The mock draft simulate. Oh, nope, I got to start it over. All right, let's start the mock over. Right. Put it up in here. Y'all let me know. Can y'all see that? Nope, not yet. Bam, you can now. You can now. I see that y'all see it. All right, so we're going to get into this mock draft real quick. Y'all see where the Cowboys at? Cowboys are at number 24. So we're going to go ahead, put 7 rounds on there. Like I said, after the 4th round, it's just picking for position. All right. So let's go ahead and enter the draft. All right. Right now we at 24. And how I would do it if I was employed to do the draft for the Cowboys, I look at who is, excuse me, who's currently behind us. So bam. Right now we got the Green Bay Packers at pick 25, the Tampa Bay Bucks at pick 26, and the Buffalo Bills at 28. That's the only 3 that I would try to trade up or down with in the first round. So right now, bam, going to try and trade with Green Bay. 24th pick. We'll get their 25th pick. Let's see if we can steal this one, this 91. Nah, 49%. 49%. Let's see. 49%. Think we should do this trade. Let's try. Boom. Nope. They said, hell no. You can't have our 91st pick. So if they ain't trying to do that, we trying to move on. All right, who was that? That was Green Bay. Let's move to the Tampa Bay Bucks. We'll take their 26th pick. 92nd. There's a 62% chance that this will go through. So let's see if it'll go through. Bam. We got it, y'all. We got it. All right. So now we pick 26 and we have added on 92. Let's start this draft out. All right. Newton. See, I like Newton right here. I don't know how to pronounce this. What is it? Jerjon Newton. I looked at his highlights. They were all right. And he's over the B gap. He's over the tackle. That's where we need it. That's where we need it. We need that defensive interior. His run grade defense, 77.1. Pass rush, 84. Man had 8 sacks this past season with an overall grade of 84.9. Looking good against pretty known teams, looking all right. So should we go defensive interior for the first pick? Should we go defensive interior? So we're going to go defensive interior right here. Bam. Got the draft going. All right. Our next pick. So we would go, if it was the best player on the board, yeah, we'd go tight end. But we got dogs at tight end. And another person, Jonathan Brooks. I've said it before where I don't know if I'm too comfortable with drafting Jonathan Brooks. He had a knee issue. He just had knee repair on, his, what was it, ACL tear. The Cowboys doctor ended up doing the repair. But do you really want a 2nd round pick to have just come off an ACL injury, and now we're going to have to walk him through the season, because Tony Pollard wasn't the same guy that he was, after he had his injury. He wasn't the same guy. It took him pretty much the majority of this season to get back. And I need my guys, especially 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round, to hit the ground running. So I would pass on Jonathan Brooks and keep it a buck. I would pass on him, and I'd go right here. Kyran, how you pronounce that name? Jeez, look at that. We got a left tackle in the building. Left tackle, overall grade, 89.5. It looked like he played 4 games. That kind of worries me. But He only had 5 hurries, no hits, no sacks, but only 4 games. I got to look into why he only had 4 games. Analyst, let's check it out. Projecting the player to go for the FCS level to the NFL level as a starter is tricky. But he has the tools and the tape to be a worthwhile investment in the top 50 as a starting caliber tackle or guard. All right, his body's built for the NFL. Stride strength on his kick slide and shuffle covers a lot of ground to stay in front of guys. Let's see, I like that. Let's look at his cons though, real quick. High pad level, high waist build at the hips makes it tough for him to sit in his stance at the snap. Foot speed is somewhat slow. Lack of hip flexibility and ability to sit in pass protection creates some balance issues. I mean, that all can be worked on, for real. That all can be worked on. So that's where I'm going. Bow. We going for the tackle. At 87. Ooh. Devondre Sweat has dropped in the draft, and everybody knows why he dropped in the draft. I don't have to go into his personal crap. I don't like doing that. So we got that. Or we can go with who everybody thinks that the Dallas Cowboys are going to go with, and that's Trey Benson, the running back out of Florida State. Who would I pick? Or Bucky Irvin out of Oregon. But my thing at 87, see, already my guy's gone. Where did he go? I think he went early. Adrian Cooper went early. And, yep, Keon Coleman went to the Eagles. Oh, shit. No. We can't have Keon Coleman go to the Eagles. That's crazy. But, all right, so we're going to go ahead with the Trey Benson. Look at that. Yo, Devondre Sweat is continuously dropping. This is the 3rd round now. This man was projected to be, I believe, 2nd round. This is the 3rd round, and he has dropped yet again. I mean, to keep it a buck, let's check out the trades because I got something in mind. 92. Let's see, we're at 92, so get this damn thing. Get out the fucking way. All right. We're at 92. So who am I going to rock with? We're going to rock with the Baltimore Ravens, see if they'll give us a pick that we need. So we're going to ask for 93 and 130. Hell no. They said negative. All right. So we ain't rocking with you then. San Francisco. I need that 94th pick and 132. Let's try it. They said nope. So we got to roll with it. And at this point, shoot, I'm going to miss my man Braylon Allen. Damn it. Well, we don't need Braylon Allen. So we're going to go. I'm going to go Brendan Rice. Let's go Brendan Rice. Get us a nice receiver in there. If Sweat is still available at 174, we got to take him. Nah, he's gone. He's gone. Hey, we got Jordan Travis, the quarterback from Florida State. Nah. Now we have to find center. A good center. But if you go with the best one on the board, it's the quarterback, even though he's dropping. Did we get a tackle? I can't remember, guys. I can't remember. Let me see. Did we get a tackle? Receiver. They need to give us a recap on here. Yep, we got the tackle right there. We got the tackle right there in the 2nd round. So, and they got tackle in the 5th round. See, that's what I was saying. Like these tackles they'll be easy to obtain in the later rounds. You don't have to go 2nd round, 1st round, things like that. All right, let's see. Tackle. I'm gonna go with the first edge rusher I see. There he is right there. Jalen Harrell. Well, y'all can tell this is the first time that I've done this on the channel. Y'all can tell. Oh, bam, Jalen Ford, linebacker. We got to go there. I'm a man. I firmly believe that once we get that tackle and that running back and maybe a receiver, everything else needs to be defense. I've looked at Keith Randolph Jr., 3 sacks in 10 games. He's over the tackle and in the B gap. That's what I'm talking about. We going Keith Randolph Jr. And the last one. You think Tua's brother right here, he'll be a good quarterback? Shoot. Rasheen Ali, people are saying, is a pretty good running back. But we ain't looking for a running back. Let's go ahead and look for this center. Bam. Let's look at my grade. You can tell I don't do this. This is definitely a first time. And yeah, this ain't my level of expertise, but we'll see what our grade is. Let's see what our grade is. Oh, we got an A, y'all. We got an A. Shoot. Boy, y'all better hire me. Y'all better hire me. I tell you. But all right, let's go ahead and stop this, y'all. We had a pretty good draft there. Yo, I appreciate y'all getting with me on the draft. Let me put my overlay back on the screen. I appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate y'all going through with the draft, because I really don't know what the hell I was doing over there, but I know what I want for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round. I know what I want, and I know the running back that I want. Everybody's saying Trey Benson and Jonathan Brooks. I want Braylon Allen, damn it. I look at that man's film, his highlights, as well as his lowlights. Like, this man is a powerhouse. He is a person that doesn't run away from contact. He was a linebacker and a safety in high school. And then when he went to college, they converted him to a running back. So this man is not afraid to get his hands dirty. He's not afraid of the hit. You know what I'm saying? But Angry Cowboys fans, I wanna know, who do y'all feel we should get at 24 in the draft? Who should we get? That's the question I got for y'all. Y'all let me know in the chat, because I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna look at it in the next episode. We're gonna talk about it. But I also got asked by an Angry Cowboys fan family member. I got asked, do I think Dan Quinn set us up for failure? And if you follow the Dak Attack, he came with this video on LaDainian Tomlinson saying that the coach in San Diego pretty much had his mind set on another team, and I believe it was Miami, while they were playing this crucial game. And instead of having his mind in the game, because they were up, they were leading, the only thing that they had to do is continue to run the ball. Nope, they didn't do that. They just kept throwing it. They ended up losing the game, and the coach ended up getting a position in Miami, I believe. And he was like, well, what the hell? Did you set us up? And that's really how it felt with Dan Quinn. You know, it felt like we knew we were going to lose this man at some point. And during the Green Bay game, it just felt like he didn't care. You know, we had to change up our scheme because they were beating us in this way. Like, we never came out in zone. We always played man, but for some reason we were in zone this game. You know, I don't want to believe that Dan Quinn would give us the middle finger like that, but I also wouldn't put it past, somebody that has been with the organization and that has seen the way the Joneses operate. And they're like, the first chance I get, I am gone. And the fact that he was the last coach that was hired, and the timing of us getting bumped out of the playoffs, it just looks way too suspicious. And I think that's what the Dak Attack was saying. I don't want to speak for him. That's my interpretation of his video. But it's like, if we would have made it, let's say, to the NFC Championship, would Washington had already hired their coach and he be asked out of a head coaching position again this year because the Dallas Cowboys made it so far in the playoffs? That's what I took from the whole situation. But I don't think it was anything super malicious or anything like that, But Carlito had to leave. All right, Carlito, man. If you watch this later, enjoy your meal. All right, let's get back to some of these chats real quick. Let's see, if Dak would have beat Frisco or beat Allen and the Bills, Green Bay might have won. What? Green Bay might have won MVP, and then instead of Lamar, who did beat several good teams. See, with that whole MVP conversation, man, I believe it's most valuable player. And Lamar Jackson went through games where he didn't throw one touchdown. I'm not trying to throw shade on Lamar. I'm happy Lamar got his second MVP and everything, but I believe the way the Cowboys are portrayed through the media and things like that, that's what got Dak Prescott not to be the MVP. Because I believe some of them voters like, man, shoot, if we give Dak Prescott the MVP, it's just going to pump Dallas, Dallas fans, Cowboys Nation, it's going to pump their heads up even more, So let's go ahead and give it to Lamar Jackson, even though his defense was the one that was bailing him out the most. And I remember Luna Love, she was saying that, and she sent me a huge email about it. And wherever you are, Luna Love, we wish you nothing but the best. We miss you. But yeah, I believe that if we would have won, I say, the San Francisco game. No, because we even had time after that. If we would have won the Bills game, because the Bills game was more toward the end of the season. If we would have won that in Miami, Dak would have been MVP, hands down. For real. Willie T, what's going on with you? John says all that dinner talk is making me hungry. Yes. What is the soup du jour? It's the soup of the day. Sounds good. I'll have that. Dumb and Dumber. We love it. See, Willie T got it. Braylon Allen and Zeke Elliott would be good. They would be great in the backfield. Y'all talking about Zeke is 2 yards in a cloud of dust. You have Braylon Allen going in there and just hammering on that defensive front. Zeke could go in there and just start getting those Zeke yards that we're accustomed to. I truly feel like Trey Benson, he's speed. Jonathan Brooks is speed, Trey is speed and being elusive. Jonathan Brooks, he has a little speed, but he runs from contact. Braylon Allen, he doesn't have that much speed. I mean, he's speedy, don't get it twisted, but he's more power. He will run through you instead of around you. And that's something that I like. That really showed me like a Derrick Henry style. And the funny thing is, he works out with Derrick Henry. He gets tips from Derrick Henry. We have been screaming, we need to get Derrick Henry over with the Cowboys. This is your Derrick Henry. without the price tag. So I am hoping that they get Braylon Allen in this draft. I truly hope so. Willie, we are on the same page, brother. For real. See, and he agreed with me too. He said, yes, he did. DQ has not played zone all year. Then come the playoffs. Like, yeah, you go in the playoffs and play a style of football that you're not accustomed to playing. Even the 4-letter and 3-letter networks have said, well, the Cowboys aren't that good in zone defense, but they're great at man. You take us out of the thing that we do the best to go into the playoffs with? Man, I am a fond believer of there should be no tampering on coaches as well. There should be zero tampering with coaches. If you want this coach over here, this defensive coordinator, to be your head coach next year, you have to wait until after the Super Bowl. Let's keep it a buck. Nobody gets hired as a coach until after the Super Bowl. Like, man, Dan Quinn, boy, he pissed me off. He did. Oh, shoot. Monster, yo, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you with the $10 super chat. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping by the Angry Cowboys fan. Hopefully you are subscribed to the channel and you rocking with the family. Yo, I appreciate you. He says, I appreciate the work you put into this quality channel. Yo, I thank you. And for those that have been rocking with the Angry Cowboys fan, they have heard this story, but I'll tell it again. I started the Angry Cowboys fan pretty much as a journal to how I feel about the Dallas Cowboys. You know, you go back and look at a couple of my videos starting out. Excuse me. You look at my videos starting out, and it's just like I'm giving my raw and uncut. You know, I'm giving my raw and uncut. And then I happened to do this video on Kimberly Martin, and it did like 13,000 views. And I'm like, oh my goodness, people want to hear it. It's not just me talking to myself or talking to 10 people. People actually want to hear this. So that's when I really started digging in and getting the quality and stuff up. I ain't done yet. We still building this thing as it goes. But as far as the quality, I want to bring you guys classy cowboy content because you guys deserve it. You don't deserve to have to listen to the 4-letter and 3-letter networks bash our team. You know what I'm saying? And I know we have wonderful content creators out there, and I appreciate everything they do. I'm not saying that they do it wrong, but I just have a different take. You know what I'm saying? I have a different take on things, and I appreciate all the content creators out there, you know, and I'm glad that you rock with the channel. I appreciate that you like the material. Willie says Dan Quinn wanted to have choices of teams. He didn't have too much of a choice because once it was said and done, like the Washington Commanders was the last team that didn't have a coach. And it was either you go to Washington or you stay here. And I'm pretty sure that Dan Quinn probably had the same take as Tyron Smith. Tyron said that the way things were looking in Dallas, he pretty much had to get up out of there. And that makes me wonder, like, the way things are looking in Dallas, like, what does he see that we don't see? And I think he saw like people playing around, like the front office playing around with these guys' contracts, playing around with his contract, not wanting to pay him what he's worth. Like Tyron saw some stuff, and I think DQ might have saw the same thing, and like, I got to get up out of here. Yes, Keith. Yeah, absolutely right. Shouldn't MVP be according to the stats in the regular season? They're supposed to be. Yes, they are supposed to be. And honestly, like, yeah, Lamar Jackson is a great quarterback. I wouldn't call him a running back. He's a great quarterback, but he wasn't better than Dak this year. Like, we could see that there was complimentary football over in over in Baltimore. There was complimentary football. When the offense couldn't get started, the defense would smack you in the mouth and, you know, prolong it until they got started. It wouldn't get out of hand like the Green Bay game did, where our defense couldn't get started and neither could our offense. No, but yes, the MVP is according to regular season stats. It's nothing to do with, it's nothing to do with playoff performance. Would be see, Willie, we on the same page, brother. We on the same page. And we need Braylon out. We need Braylon Allen over here. Yes. And he agrees with me on the Super Bowl and the coaches. My dad was lighting fireworks. Shoot. Yeah, he was lighting fireworks during the solar eclipse. That's what's up. Man, I'm like, because like I said, I could have swore that there was a solar eclipse back in 2016, 2017, one of the two. But then I had somebody say, well, it only happens once every 100 years. I'm like, word? Because I remember one like a few years ago. But hey, I remember one back in school. And damn it, I ain't 100 years old. I mean, I may look like it and shit, but but anyway, we have been on this episode for an hour and a half almost. We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds until an hour and a half, and I don't want to keep you guys that long, even though I already have. See, Willie T said there was one in 2017. See, I ain't crazy now. I ain't crazy. I knew there was one back then. Yeah, but guys, I appreciate y'all rocking with the channel. I truly do. I thank you for coming on here and checking out a mock draft. I know y'all back over there like, he don't know what the hell you talking about. But I appreciate y'all going through the first mock draft of the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube or podcast. And this has been my first season. The first season was 2023. So we're going into the second season that I've been a content creator. And the second season is going to be even better. So I need y'all to rock with me. I need y'all, if you're not, become a member of the ACF family. You can become a member. It is absolutely free to do. The only thing you got to do is click that subscribe button and you're there. I mean, YouTube keeps saying, hey, you can do memberships right now. You can ask for memberships. Man, I'm just trying to ask people to watch. Like, you ain't gotta spend money to watch. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We are almost at the goal that I set for the channel, and that's 7,000 subscribers before the preseason. Honestly, we can get to 7,000 before the draft. We can get to 7,000 subscribers before the draft, because I believe we're only 10 subscribers away, tell you the truth. But until then, y'all know who y'all rocking with. Y'all rocking with your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan. I got to get up out of here. I got to get something to eat because, like y'all was saying, all that food talk started making me hungry, y'all. But with that being said, this is your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan. We'll see you guys again this week. I promise to go live again this week, y'all. Have a good night. Don't stare into the sun, and don't feed people over and don't feed people after midnight, because they will turn into gremlins. All right, y'all. I'll holla at you. Peace.